His Worship the Mayor of Bulawayo, Councillor David Coltart. Bulawayo is 80 years as a city today. What are you saying about your city?
I often describe this city as the world's best kept secret because it is a beautiful city, it's got amazing people, it has got some of the greatest buildings, some of the greatest design institutions like our museum, the Mzilikazi Art and Craft Centre, our hospitals, our schools. So it is a truly amazing city. However, it has been neglected for many decades now, and it is creaking. Our sewage system isn't working. We have shortages of water. Our roads are badly potholed. So we have an enormous amount of work to do on this 80th birthday as a city. But as we saw in this service, there is a unique spirit here, and I'm convinced that if we all work together, we can transform the city and actually turn it into one of the greatest cities in Africa. And that in turn will then attract investment and further development so that all of our citizens prosper.
This city council of Bulawayo is facing serious challenges. Did you overestimate or did you underestimate the problem facing Bulawayo?
No, before I was elected, I said that this was a poisoned chalice. I understood that the problems are immense. Everywhere you turn, we are owed $20 million in outstanding rates. The money that our car owners pay to Zenara goes to Harare and doesn't come back. We have to pay for water that this city basically owns from our own dams. As I was saying earlier, the sewage system isn't working. We have got inadequate capacity in our water. Everywhere you turn, there are major problems. So I understood that, but of course you only truly understand the magnitude of this when you get to know the facts and figures. So I'm hoping that people have realistic expectations. The problems are such that they cannot be resolved overnight. God willing, I have a 5-year term. We have a five-year term as a council. And I hope that in the course of the 5 years we can first stabilize the city, get water flowing, get the sewage systems working, make the city more attractive for investment, and then start building it.
You've been hands-on in cleaning and collecting the garbage here. Can this be sustained?
Well, obviously there's a honeymoon period where people are all enthusiastic and you go out and you clean streets. And of course, as we've seen, the next day some of those streets have been littered again. So it's not just a matter of cleaning the streets. We have to change culture, we have to educate our children better about basically the evils of littering. It doesn't just look unsightly, it causes a major health hazard. So we have to embark on a process of education. We also have to help citizens. For example, if citizens take rubbish to Ngozi Mine, I don't believe that they should be charged. They're charged at present. That doesn't make sense to me. We should be rewarding, not charging people for cleaning up. Likewise, many of the litter bins that we used to have are no longer there. We need to provide litter bins. We have to work very closely with churches, with businesses, with schools, to ensure that we involve all of those institutions in helping clean our city. And then ultimately, we do need to implement the law. We have bylaws that have been in place for decades. They are not being implemented. People just litter with impunity. And we've got to get to the position where people know that if they litter, if they throw a plastic bottle out of a car, if they're a builder and they take their builder's waste and just dump it on the side of one of our roads, they are going to be fined heavily. And in that way, through a combination of carrot and stick, I think that ultimately we can transform this into a clean city. But we must not underestimate this. This isn't just a matter of cleaning up for a few weeks. This has to be a sustained process over weeks, months and years.
The leader of CCC said we are disengaging. So the disengagement, are you going to continue operating? Will you stop What will happen from now on?
So, if you study the statement clearly, it says that we are disengaging for 2 weeks as a process, and we're disengaging from formal council business. That is to send a protest. What we've seen in the last few days here and in other cities is that we continue engaging citizens. We engaged today through this service with church leaders and others. So it is narrowly confined to council business. But of course we know that the citizens expect of us to clean up the sewage, to get the water flowing again.